Hey PRE Stallions, have you ever seen a sculpture made out of scrap metal? Some artists create their work out of scraps they find around them. They recycle objects to create something new. Here's my favorite story about an artist who creates beauty from unwanted scraps. It's called The Tin Forest. The Tin Forest by Helen Ward. There was once a wide, windswept place near nowhere and close to forgotten, that was filled with all the things that no one wanted. Right in the middle was a small house with small windows that looked out on other people's garbage and bad weather. In the house lived an old man. Every day he tried to clear away the garbage, sifting and sorting, burning and burying. And every night the old man dreamed. He dreamed he lived in a forest full of wild animals. There were colorful birds, tropical trees, exotic flowers, toucans, tree frogs, and tigers. But when he awoke, the world outside was still the same. One day something caught the old man's eye, and an idea planted itself in his mind. The idea grew roots and sprouted. Feeding on the garbage, it grew leaves. It grew branches. It grew bigger and bigger. Under the old man's hand, a forest emerged. A forest made of garbage. A forest made of tin. It was not the forest of his dreams, but it was a forest just the same. Then one day across the barren plain, the wind swept a small bird. The old man spilled crumbs from his sandwich onto the ground. The bird ate the crumbs and perched to sing in the branches of a tin tree. But the next morning, the visitor was gone. All day the old man walked through the silence, and his heart ached with emptiness. That night, by moonlight, he made a wish. In the morning, the old man woke to the sound of birdsong. The visitor had returned, and his mate had come with him. The birds carried seeds in their beaks. They dropped them to the dry ground. Green shoots broke through the earth. Soon the song of birds mingled with the buzzing of insects and the rustle of leaves. Time passed. Small creatures appeared, creeping among the forest of trees. Wild animals slipped through the green shadows. There was once a forest near nowhere and close to forgotten that was filled with all the things that everyone wanted. Right in the middle was a small house with small windows, and in the house lived an old man who never stopped dreaming. Lots of artists use recycled materials to make their work. Take a look. Bill Sweats created a zoo of sorts out of scrap metal in Timnath, Colorado. Hiroshi Fuji creates large sculptures out of discarded children's toys. Chris Gilmore builds intricate, realistic sculptures using only cardboard. Anastasia Elias crafts tiny scenes inside toilet paper tubes. Check this out.
Some say art is making something out of nothing. Taking what we have, improvising, adapting, and designing unique and beautiful pieces is a gift. Some very talented artists have a knack for seeing beauty in the most ordinary of items. Take the artistic talents of Anastasia Elias. Looking at an empty toilet paper roll one day, Anastasia was able to envision something more than trash. Using manicure scissors and tweezers, she created scenes imitating the everyday lives of ordinary people and places. Her miniature scenes include family shopping, visiting the zoo, nature scenes, children playing, circus performers, painters painting, a woman hanging laundry, a soccer game, and even an exciting wheelchair basketball game. The arrangement of her figures and objects combine in a seamless way to create a sense of movement. She says she has fun in finding what she can do with recuperated materials, and it takes a few hours to complete one roll scene. By selecting paper that is the same color as the roll, she is able to create an illusion that the figures are part of the roll. Once she has the figures cut out, she carefully glues them in place using tweezers, steady hands, and patience. What everyday items could you make beautiful?
All right, Stallions, your challenge this week is to create a piece of art by recycling unwanted objects. You might have all sorts of fantastic supplies you can reuse, and you should. I know most of us can probably find some cardboard, so I'm going to start there. First, gather some supplies. Ask an adult if you can dig through your recycling bucket. Thin cardboard cuts really easily, so look for things like cereal or cracker boxes. See what kinds of adhesives or glues you can find. If you've got some Elmer's school glue or glue all, that's great. If you happen to have tacky glue at home, even better. No glue? Use tape or even staples. Next, take some time to prepare your cardboard. Open boxes up so they become flat sheets. Cut larger sheets into smaller pieces that are easier to work with. Then, start experimenting. Don't try to glue on the shiny side of cardboard. It won't stick permanently. And make sure you're holding pieces together for at least 20 or 30 seconds. Don't use what I'm making today as an example. I'm sure you have entirely more fantastic ideas. I'm excited to see them. Don't forget to share your artwork on our PRE Gallery Padlet. I can't wait to see what you create.